For far too long, this murderer has been lying to you. He murdered one of my friends, an innocent man who did nothing. How many people have you murdered, Cherno? How many, Well, I won't let another die by your hand. Do you have any last words, friendly and Cherno? You liar? Any last things you'd like to say? No? Fine. Long live friendly and Cherno.
Hello there guys, and as you've just seen, something had happened to Friendly and Cherno. The channel had been taken over by the Clod crew, the mysterious people who have some fascination with him, and breadcrumbs were set down, clues were in place for us, the community, to go and find out exactly what had happened. Now this image was tweeted by Friendly and Cherno on August 8th, and we were given the task to find out what the hidden digits were. Shortly after, we received another post. It said, "Do you think we're robot clean? Does this face look almost mean? Is it time to be an android and not a man?" Now the community got together, me and Ignition too, and we found out it was actually a quote from a song, Misfits, and the song was called 138. After putting that up, Cherno confirmed it was 138, and we were on to the next set of digits. The next clue we gained was a barcode. Now this barcode couldn't be scanned by my barcode scanner on my phone or anyone else, it seemed, so what happened was we cross-referenced it with Google searching for images, and it came up with barcode 128, which turned out to be the next 3 digits. Now the next clue was a location. It was Corriganville Park on a map, and the first thing that sprung to all of our minds was that it could be coordinates. So we went onto Google Maps and searched, and it turns out it wasn't coordinates. Someone very clever in the Steam group discovered that it was right next to a highway, and that highway was 118. After suggesting the idea in the Steam group, Friendly and Cherno confirmed that that was the next 3 digits. However, there was one piece left, but after the next post saying that the next answer is in the difference, we discovered that they were going down in 10s, leaving us with the IP ending in 10. So we had discovered the IP and we were left with this song. I'll come back to our thoughts on that in a moment. The next post said, "If you're a friend, follow me to find the last 4 numbers," and we received an image of the very popular TV show Friends. We didn't know what it meant at first, until finally he added this. We thought it was clouds, maybe smoke, until we realised it was Steam. Someone with the last 4 numbers was on his Steam friends list. We looked and we found the last 4 digits. They were 2502. So guys, we had successfully found out the server information and we knew where it would be happening, just not when. We had to await further breadcrumbs. But then someone called Brent in the Steam group posted this image which depicts Paul's shipwreck, which relates to religion. Now, I know Skaliski Island and I knew there was a ship and a rock that looked exactly like that image, so I went over there and I did a bit of a comparison. And slightly here and there you can agree they vaguely look the same. Now this brings me back to my previous thoughts on the song Sail Away that Friendly and Cherno posted in the group. Now this could easily match up. I mean, a boat in the ocean, it's Crash of course, it's the apocalypse, but Sail Away, it kind of relates to the song, the image, you know, it was just thoughts that we were throwing out there. Our next clue was to be given to us in the form of a video uploaded the very next day.
I really wanted to make Bachelorette Part 3 videos for the past 3 days. And I've actually come down to the conclusion that something big is going to happen at the Riffy ship. So I've been sitting out there all day long on this server trying to understand what's going on. And I actually come down to the conclusion that something big is going to happen on August. Turn the camera off! Turn it off! Part 2!
Look, Cherno.
Tell me when it is.
You don't ask the questions around here. I do.
They're going to find me.
Why can't you just see what I'm saying to you?
When is it happening?
Now we know these guys mean business, but the most important thing, which I tagged at the top left there, was the audio. That audio was very important and very key because we had to listen to exactly what was being said. One of the most important lines to listen out for there is, why can't you just see what I'm saying to you? People don't normally say that. People would say something along the lines of, why aren't you listening to what I'm saying? Something to do with hearing, but when he mentioned see, every one of us in that group chat thought there was something hidden on the screen or hidden somewhere in the video. It was a visual clue. So, our next step was to find out exactly what it was. Changing the brightness and contrast of that black screen at the end of the video would not display anything until someone in the group chat mentioned something to do with audio and the way that they can have visual imprints. I remember seeing these things on other videos, so we thought, you know what, let's give it a try. We downloaded some software, and the things we discovered in this audio were pretty cool. That audio we needed was on Friendly and Cherno's SoundCloud, so what we did was we went over there, downloaded it, put it into the visualizer and chose spectrogram, which shows images if it's imprinted on audio. What we found was a book on the right which seemed to say of Scotland at the bottom. After changing the colours around, we discovered that the image was of Macbeth, and then we searched for the book in DayZ. Turns out that book isn't in DayZ, so what we did was we did some research on Macbeth. Macbeth, King of Scotland, but most importantly was a date we were looking for, and surprise surprise, 15th of August is when he died. This was also confirmed from people in the chat of Ignition's stream who had also found this image and sent it to him, which confirmed that the date would be sometime in August, and considering that Friendly and Cherno was in danger, we took him for Macbeth and that he would be killed on the 15th. Our next set of clues were going to be presented to us in the form of layers of a QR code which, when overlapped in Photoshop, would make the final symbol to be scanned and take us somewhere on the internet. However, the images on screen did take a large amount of time to gather, a lot of brain power from me, Ignition, the group, and everyone in his Twitch chat. For example, one of the ways deciphering one of the clues was related to a flag semaphore which someone in the group pointed us towards. This would correspond to directions of flags and angles corresponding to either letters or numbers to eventually give us a final URL, which we then discovered led us to these following images. Also, real quick before we move on, guys, the other pieces of the QR code were discovered by other means of decryption. Morse code, a Caesar cipher rotating different times. It was very hard, but eventually we did manage to get them all, compile them into one big QR code. But to get that final piece of that QR code, we had to discover what these meant. These are the images we were given. This was the first one, and these were the second. Now, the two images you just saw were discovered via audio that was on Friendly and Cherno's SoundCloud account that we then put into the Sonic Visualizer once again to discover that letters were actually hidden within the audio. So what we decided to do was put them all down on a document and look at them and see if they fit in anywhere, and they did. It turns out these made an Imgur link. The last two pieces were found on Reddit and 4chan, and once they were all complete, they took us to the final layer of the QR code, which was then put together in Photoshop, and once scanned took us to a countdown to the day that Friendly and Cherno dies. After discovering this, the Clod crew did then confirm that we had found the countdown, and using the days and hours and minutes cycle, we discovered what time the event would be happening. Everything was looking good. We were waiting for further instructions for more clues, and then we got hit with this.
Here we go. Here we go. Oh, shh. I'm not gonna use this, no. What a lovely hammer. What lovely knees.
That video was tweeted out on behalf of Friendly and Cherno's channel and attached with a message that said, "Tell us, how would you kill Cherno?" Our next clue revolves around a character named the Golden Man. We'd been previously told not to trust him on behalf of Friendly and Cherno's Twitter feed, but nevertheless, we were going to go in and see what happened. Ignition received a friend request and a message telling him to meet him in Electro. Information was to be exchanged, so Ignition went to meet him, and in the shadows, me and a few others lurked just in case things went south.
And chat. But no, that's not my... I have a really slow brain. Just give me a second, man. Give me a second.
Before I got booted out, I got coordinates for you.
Okay.
Oh, it's fucking dark. Hold on for a second. Here we go. Alright. Looks like 1, 3, 4...
Fuck! Shots, man!
Shortly after the shootout that ended with the Golden Man dying, we decided to look into the 3 coordinates that we had been given by the Golden Man before he died. After looking for 134 on the map, we finally came to the conclusion and the actual fact that 134 was pointed right on top of Scalisti Island. This also relates to Paul's shipwreck, the image we had been given earlier that looked exactly like the image here located in Scalisti Island. Nevertheless, we went with our gut feeling and 134 was located just inside this square here, which is on the ruins of Scalisti Castle. So guys, together over a week span of time, we'd figured out the IP, we'd figured out the port for the IP, so we knew where to be when the event would be starting. We had a countdown, so we knew what time it would be taking place, and also, when it comes to dates, we had that date and we knew it was going to be on the 15th of August. We were ready. The only problem we had was where in DayZ would it be happening. 134 was given to us by the Golden Man, but we didn't know whether or not to trust him. Nevertheless, some of us were skeptical about whether it would be on Scalisti, maybe at Riffy, or maybe somewhere else completely, but we didn't know until we got a message telling us to go to Scalisti Island and be ready for following instructions. After waiting for the timer to tick down to 0, the day of the event had finally arrived. We all logged into the server and were located at Scalisti like we were asked to be. Then another breadcrumb was dropped and we found out that a clue would be in the ruins of the castle on Scalisti, then again linking to the 134 that we had been given by the Golden Man. We all split up and started to look around the castle ruins to see if we could find the so-called clue that we'd been hinted at until Ignition stumbled across this note. On the note it read, "I'm sorry but the king is in another castle. Did you really think it would be that easy? I told you the Golden Man was a liar. You better hurry. Cherno will be in hell soon if you're not quick." We were quite confused that we'd been led to this place, but then we did realise that the Golden Man was lying, but we received these 2 images showing him another castle. And the mention of the word hell in the note and the Twitter feed led us to go to only one place, Devil's Castle. We made sure we had enough food and drink to make the journey up to Devil's Castle, and then we set off to save Cherno. Hello?
Hello?
Once we'd arrived, we set out 2 teams to go around and keep an eye out. I was then asked to go up and meet the Clod crew face to face while my team stayed down with their weapons on the ground.
Thank God you're here. Thank you, God.
Hey guys.
Fuck up, Cherno. Go say hi to Cherno. Go over there. Go say hi to Cherno. He's right over there.
Cherno, don't worry about it, man.
I haven't seen anyone but these crazy fucks for weeks, man. Going fucking crazy here. You finally made it. You finally made it.
Don't worry, man.
Alright, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
What the fuck just happened? What did you do?
You've been following a lie.
What?
I think he needs a little good explanation to all of this. Why is I didn't really have much of a choice but to join them. Oh, don't you, Cherno? Really don't you need an explanation?
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
Now listen here, my little ointus points pickle. Alright, quiet down, quiet down. Listen, it's okay, Zed. Cherno's fine, look at him. He's healthy. He's great. He needs to know the truth. But the game's not over. The game isn't over, Zed. Cherno, why don't you go ahead and get down on your knees real quick. Now, we promised Cherno the chance to live. If you win our little game.
Oh god, guys, help me.
Does that sound fair to you? Don't screw this up.
Oh, fuck.
Alright.
The Clod Crew's game show consisted of a few questions in which I'd have to answer in under 20 seconds. I had 3 lifelines. I could ask anyone from my team on the right. If I got it wrong, however, Cherno would lose a finger. Thankfully, after help in the chat and help from my teammates in-game, we managed to pass it, and in the end it came down to Cherno giving us a quick speech.
You guys have really gone above and beyond what was expected. Ignition gave his life for this hunt. It's really impressive, all the clues you guys tracked down, all the bullshit the Quad members threw at you, and you guys overcame it. I'm very, very impressed. And I'm really just hoping that this is going to end without a single shot being fired. But I still can't trust these guys. So if you have any guns on you, you might want to... Whoa! You don't know.
Hold on, a little sidearm.
Cap. What?
Yeah, come on forward, booty cab. Come up next to Cherno.
The fuck?
Stand down. Stand down. Oh, shit.
After catching on to Cherno's subtle hint to begin gunfire, everything broke out into a massive firefight. We managed to take down the clods, met up with Cherno and had to get him out of the area. Stop in a sec, son.
What? Can I talk to Zed alone for a second?
Yeah. Alright guys, we got 360 perimeter around the house.
Right. Alright. I need to tell you something.
What is it,
I'm
man?
not who I say I am. The real Cherno died a long time ago.
What?
He died at the beginning of this.
Guys? Who are you?
I'm not Cherno. Cherno's dead.
Are you a clod?
Squad crew.
So there you go, guys. What a twist at the end. Being told that Cherno died a long time ago and that everything we'd done was for nothing. We were so unsure about what would come next. So the old Friendly and Cherno died a long time ago. Now if you're like me, you probably have a lot of questions, and I have been told that there will be a future video on Friendly and Cherno's YouTube channel explaining any of them things so that we can get the full story and know where him and his channel will be going in the future. At the moment we're waiting for that, so I will leave a link down in the description to go over to his channel so that you can head over there and subscribe and be notified as soon as that video is out, so we know exactly what is going on and what is going to be happening. Now on the screen right now you're seeing a list of people from the Clod Crew group, and these are the people that helped with the whole event. All of you on there, massive thanks, all the contribution towards it, all of the help you gave us in Twitch streams, in the group, in the comments, everything. It was absolutely brilliant and we could not have done it without you. And last but not least, thanks to Friendly and Cherno and his friends for setting up this great event. The clues, the amount of time it must have taken to do all of them visual imprints and get all of that sorted. Really awesome, guys. We enjoyed it. And yeah, it was a great laugh finding Cherno. And finally, guys, thanks for watching the video. This did take a great amount of time, so if you enjoyed the evidence, the compiled information, the way we solved it, and the whole event in general, drop us a like, that would be great, and subscribe for more great cinematics and everything else we got on the way for you guys. It's been a pleasure. Peace.